Okay, well, thank you, Trancy. I just learned that it is very difficult to make shoes. I can tell you, if we as suppliers just did our jobs, and I'm a supplier, if we did our job, it would make their costs down. It would make us safe as a supplier, and it would make the brands happy. That's the truth. That's what I learned just now. So, thank you, Trancy. Okay, I want to talk to you about two things today in 10 minutes. The first thing is about the market outlook for 2026, and the second part is about why local for local supply is very, very important. So I want to talk to you about the current situation in the market right now. This is not a talk about Stella, this is a talk about the whole market, all the brands, and Tier 1. So right now, in the world, the production is soft, the demand is down, okay? So Coates has factories in 25 countries. We supply to about 1,000 brand in apparel and footwear, and our surveys, okay, after discussion with customer, we find out that the demand is very soft. In America, the demand is soft in Europe right now, okay? It's affecting the production here in Vietnam, in China, in Indonesia, and in India. So for example, in India, demand for international shoe production down 50% right now. 50%. Okay?每个人知道关税的事情, right? Everybody knows about tariff. Still, my president has not made decisions, and it makes everybody freeze, right? Okay? So when there is no decision, everybody just doesn't do anything. So that's the problem right now with tariff, okay? The consumers are not buying. America consumer is not buying right now. And I'll talk about that in a minute, but this is a very important one right here. So, right, the world is not growing so fast. We know that. And then this is a very interesting. Do you know what Amazon Prime Day is? Amazon Prime Day is I guess, Iyanga, Shaida, right? So it extended from 2 days, it became 4 days. The first day was reduced by 41%, the purchases. Over 4 days, it was increased by 30%. So basically, nobody knows. The demand is not very good. Consumers not buying. Right. This is just about consumer sentiment. I will go through this very quickly. You can take a photo. But in the US, in the UK, in China, in India, the big markets, not so great, right? So we're seeing things happening, right, in America that says that people are not purchasing because of tariff, right? A pair of shoe in America now is about $10 more, but also the food is a little bit more, the clothes is a little bit more, everything's a little bit more. So one family in America will pay about $6,000 US more per year. So the effect of the tariff by family is about $6,000 or $8,000 per year. It's a lot. So people just decide not to buy things. Shoe is something that people don't need to buy, they want to buy. So for Christmas and for holiday, maybe they just wait until the next time. Inventory. So this is a chart of inventory from 2021 to 2025. This was our big problem. Everybody remembers? So we are seeing inventories moving back up, And when inventory moves up, production maybe stays the same or goes down. If people don't buy, inventories go up. So this is a problem for the world in inventories. This is the purchasing index. Okay, so how to read this? This is by the year. And so green is good. Red and orange is bad. More green, more good. More red, not good. We don't have so much green right now. So it means that the purchasers are not purchasing as much. So here's the outlook for 2026. Okay? Okay? International brands still say we will grow. What they mean is we want to grow. But I don't know if they're going to grow. Right? They're saying they want to grow, but everything else is saying they are not growing. So tier ones, all the tier ones in the world, less overtime for many. Some tier ones, cutting days, okay, not so many days in the week working. And some tier ones are reducing their workforce. It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. And of course you have the brand is putting pressure on all the tier one for cost. All right? So what is it? We think 1.5% is the growth worldwide, global, for 2026. So why is 1.5? World Cup. World Cup football, we think will add 1% to the growth. With no World Cup football, we think it may be flat or only a little bit of growth. Okay? And Black Friday, 你们知道 Black Friday 不是感恩的一天的时候是 Black Friday， 黑色星期五是吗 ？Okay. So Black Friday next week is the day. Next week, next Friday is Black Friday. Watch for Black Friday. If sales are good, maybe it's okay. If sales are no good on Black Friday, maybe we have some difficulties in the first half of 2026. All right. Okay, just about the World Cup. Why is the World Cup so important? Two big brands, lots of shoes. This is Adidas shoes that they released for World Cup. This is Nike shoe for World Cup. If you want to take a picture, I'll want to change it back again. That's Adidas shoe. Everybody have it? Okay. Nike. So this is important for footwear industry, right? Okay, let's talk about local for local for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, right? This is so important for a supplier, local for local, okay? So important. So why is it important? Coats, we have factories, coats from a long time ago in China, in Vietnam, in Indonesia, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, in India, in Europe we also have, okay? But still, we need to do more. Even we have a location, you have to do better in the location. Lower inventory. Lower inventory means lower inventory for Stella. It means if we have local, that means that we can have faster movement of our materials, so it lowers the cost. Okay, so international brands want two things, really only two things. So it's lowest relative cost and lowest relative risk. So for Chinese, 国际品牌要2个事情 ，OK， 第一是 最低相对成本，还有最低相对风险，是吗？ Okay, good. Okay, right. So those are the two most important things. So this is answering low cost and low risk, right? Lower freight and duties. This is very important in high-duty country like India or Bangladesh. Bangladesh, imported materials take 70 days sometimes, right? And it's huge cost. So lower freight, lower duties, lower inventories. This is about cost and cash. Net working capital. Lower inventories means more cash to do something else with. Okay? You just saw from the supplier evaluation, sample and bulk delivery is huge important. So sample and bulk delivery, if you have local for local supply, then you will score a higher score on Stella's scorecard, right? Here's one. So as the orders become smaller, right? Stella makes for Blancheca, right? I'm sure their volumes are not huge, right? The volumes are small and you have to make fast, right? So for those brands where you have to make small volumes, then the chase orders, small volume orders, is super important, right? Minimum order quantities. As a supplier, you can have a lower minimum order quantity if you are local. If you are not local, you have to ship in a container, right? So it's better. When they have problems, and when we give them problems, we can solve them faster, usually, if we're local. If somebody can just drive there, it's better. And if somebody does not have to fly on an airplane there, it's better. So solving problems is faster, right? Okay? Sustainability. Another one on the Stella scorecard, 20%. Lower carbon footprint if you are local. This is part of their sustainability, right? So this is another big one. And then here, just responding to changes. The brands change, Stella has to follow, and we have to follow Stella, so any changes we can do more quickly. Okay? Right? There's no more 2 seasons. There's now 3 seasons or 4 seasons. Now in China, maybe 6 seasons, every 2 months changing, right? So you can support faster seasons more quickly with local supply. And then finally, of course, we talked about this already, freight and duties and cost. So it makes it easier. It lowers the risk to the brand. It lowers the risk to Stella and the Tier 1. It lowers the cost. They're only looking for 2 things: lowest relative cost, lowest relative risk. So that's why local for local is important. And that's why if you are a supplier to Stella, if you want to continue playing the game, you need to be local, right? 10 years ago, you could play the game by a low cost and good quality. If you want to stay in the game, you have to be local now. So that's what I like to say. So thanks everybody, thank you very much.